Mission control. What do the fans have for us?
Guess.
Knock your socks off.
Yep.
Man, we totally busted that one.
Apparently not. According to the fans, you can knock someone's socks off if you have a hard enough punch. So apparently we messed it up.
Really? What did they say we got wrong?
Take your pick.
You used the wrong punch.
Your socks had too much elastic in it.
Buster was not supporting his own weight.
Well, looks like we gotta pull our socks up and give this one another go.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
The last time the team tested the myth that one punch could lift Buster out of his leg wear,
500 PSI was really intense.
nothing they tried could knock his socks off. And the myth was down for the count. Or was it? Well, apparently not. The fans flooded our inbox telling us exactly what we got wrong. Now, armed with a list of mythical mistakes, the team is ready for a rematch.
So, given the huge fan response, where do we start?
Well, the most prevalent criticism is that we used the wrong sock. We used elasticized, long sports socks, the worst case scenario for the experiment.
Meaning they were too difficult to pull off.
Exactly.
All right, well, why don't we start out with the best case scenario sock, the one that requires the least amount of effort to pull off. Once we find that, then we can unleash some heavyweight punches on it.
All right, well, since we need to be meticulous about this, we should also test hairy leg versus hairless leg. So that way we get the best leg sock combination.
Are you volunteering your bare legs?
I don't wax my legs.
Not yet, you don't.
Oh, hey, round one.
Right, first into the ring is the sock. And to measure just how much force it takes to pull a sock off a human foot,
I hope this is the sock puller and not the knee dislocator.
Grant has designed this sock stripper.
Let me introduce you to the dual sock pulling and measurement machine. Here I have a giant pneumatic cylinder capable of generating over 2,400 pounds of force, which would be equivalent to, say, hanging a car on your sock and letting it drop. Connected to the clevis is a bar with dual high-precision force meters. Now, why 2 meters? Because we want to compare side by side, simultaneously, the difference between a hairy leg and a waxed leg. And finally, here in the seat will sit our test subject, Tory.
Unfortunately for Tory, he is destined for the hot seat. So Kari is wielding the spatula of doom.
How's that feel?
It actually feels kind of good. What's so bad about waxing?
So ready? 1, 2, 3.
So this is not just about torturing Tory. I mean, it is. But there is science behind it. Let me demonstrate. So you have a smooth surface, you pull your fabric across it, very little resistance. Switch that to a rough surface, and that increase in friction could make it harder to pull the sock off.
With Tory's legs now covering both bases, smooth and hairy, it's time to select the sock.
What's with all the socks?
Well, for this test, we are going to leave no sock untested. Look at this. We have long socks, short socks, cotton socks, nylon, wool, silk, and finally, genuine 19th century boxing socks. We're going to pull all of these socks off of Tory's feet and find the socks of least resistance.
Ew, Tory's feet, disgusting. Shut up.
Yep, the sock stripper is set. So the team starts at the top.
Okay, this is sock number 1. Cotton, long socks, loose elastic.
3, 2, 1.
The world's fastest sock striptease is a success.
Okay, bald leg, 28.96 pounds. Hairy leg, 32.07.
Kari notes the numbers, and then it's just apply, strip, and repeat.
Good man. I need you to take off my socks.
Long sock acrylic nylon. Push the button.
Ow!
Didn't even come off my foot.
They both peaked out at 35.38.
Tory gets his socks off over and over and over as the team tries socks of every material and length to leave no sock untested, just as you demanded.
So these ones are the lovely socks knit with love from a fan.
All right.
Ooh, those look good.
5.64 pounds.
All right, rip them off.
It's a long, smelly, tedious, and sometimes painful afternoon.
Holy crap, that hurt!
Did
Really?
it?
No.
Finally, after testing over 50 types of sock, they've got the data they need.
So here's something crazy. Out of our top 4 contenders, 2 of them were long socks and 2 of them were short socks. So it's looking like fabric is much more important than length. Who would have thunk?
Now, what we also found was that leg hair was a fairly big factor in making it harder to pull the sock off. In most cases, the smoother leg had less resistance.
But most importantly, the wool knit sock is the sock of least resistance, requiring only 5.6 pounds of force to rip it from a bare leg.
But we're not done with that sock. We have one more test it has to get past. That's the sweat test.
All right, Marshmallow Man, hit that treadmill.
The fans contend that sock sweat could act as a lubricant, making it easier to knock off the socks.
I'm sweaty and ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, did you see how hard it was to get the socks off?
The bald side was maxed out and the hairy leg was 16.87.
Compared to the 10.3 and 5.6 of the last test, that's not an improvement.
Wet socks did not pull off easier.
Yeah, it makes it 3 times harder to pull off.
Okay then, no sweat. After all those tests, no one can now accuse the MythBusters of using the wrong sock.
So, the combination of variables that makes for the best sock are smooth leg and non-elastic woven woolen sock. That's gonna be your best sock for trying to knock your socks off.
Could a punch ever be so powerful it knocks your socks off? The fans say yes, as long as it's the right sock on the right leg with the right punch.
Oh, got him in the...
The MythBusters have the sock of least resistance sewn up.
Those slipped right off.
So next they're finding Buster some real legs.
Now, last time we did this experiment, we used these feet. Now, you felt like they didn't have the same kind of resistance that human skin would have. So, I've casted up my foot. And now I'm gonna try different materials to see what kind of material is as close to human skin.
Tory's used plastic, ballistics medium, foam, and lambskin leather to find something that simulates a skin-like surface.
What is that? This feels like somebody uses lotion.
Kari likes the lambskin.
I really think this is going to be the winner because it really just feels the most like skin, which is probably because it is skin.
And after a quick run of tug tests on the sock puller, it turns out her instincts were flawless.
Yes, 6.25. This is the most like human skin.
The leather leg, complete with articulated ankles, has an identical sock resistance to Tory's waxed leg, making it perfect for testing.
I've been working on my yoga. I think I'm getting pretty good.
And now that Buster has 2 left feet, he's cruising for a bruising.
Looks like the Bionic Man.
The team have a whole range of punches to throw.
It's like assembling an old friend.
But first, they're starting with a familiar enemy, Nitro Punch.
Now, I originally built this nitrogen cannon to fire a grappling hook from a moving car. The first time we tested it, it flew off the table like a rocket. The second time we tested it, it punched a hole in the wall. That is the power of the nitrogen cannon.
But before Nitro is unleashed, Grant's devising a system to get the drop on Buster.
So this, my friends, is the laser trigger. It's got a beam right here and a sensor up here. When I break the beam, it fires a solenoid that drops Buster on his own weight.
Buster's full weight will be on his feet each time he's clobbered. So, seconds out, it's round 1, the uppercut.
We're about to knock you out.
Last time we pulled out Nitro Punch and gave Buster a really good uppercut, we almost knocked his socks off, and that was with a tight sports sock. Now we're using this woolen hand knit sock. I think this might actually work.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
500 PSI, we're good to go.
All right.
Okay, this is uppercut with proper socks and legs.
All right. Fight.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
What happened?
Wow, we knocked him out. I can't tell if his socks came off or not.
That punch just landed a massive 6,000 Newton uppercut straight to Buster's chin. That's twice the force of a heavyweight boxer.
We stone cold knocked him out, but his socks are still on.
But even with a superhuman punch, there was still no sock knocking action.
They are not coming off. No matter how much force is hitting him, the socks are staying on. Looks like this is not the punch.
Despite all the fan-inspired changes, the uppercut didn't cut it. But there's more bare knuckle action to come.
Right.
Duking it out in the ring can be a dangerous business. But could a prize-fighting punch knock your socks clean off? So far, no.
It didn't work before, it didn't work this time.
But the MythBusters aren't throwing in the towel yet.
And that's because the fans think we have two other kinds of punches to try, the right hook and the body blow. We'll be testing both of these punches with robots because they have superhuman strength. And if they can't knock the socks off, they'll never get punched off. But we're gonna start out by getting hooked.
In the sweet science of bruising, a right hook packs a powerful punch. By pivoting as he swings, a boxer drives the force of the blow across his opponent's body. It's this transverse momentum that could focus the friction to force the feet from the socks. Ever happy to oblige, Grant has just the machine to deliver a roundhouse blow.
Now you might be saying to yourself, gosh, that machine looks awfully familiar. Well, it is. First it was a face smasher, and then most recently it was up on its end kicking a soccer ball.
A few minor adjustments later, and Buster had better look out.
Now, an average heavyweight boxer can punch with around 3,000 newtons of force. That's a lot of power. However, there is no boxer in the history of boxing that could punch with the same amount of force as our machine. Not even Mike Tyson. Hope Mike doesn't watch this show. But I think we're gonna break Buster's head before we knock his socks off.
For round 2 of punching, it's Buster versus the right hook.
So, gentle viewers, to address your very important concerns, I've built this incredible punching robot that simulates a right hook.
And these are the hand-knit wool socks that had the least resistance, and they are over our human-like feet.
And this is our quick release and laser trigger. So just before impact, it will release Buster so he's standing on his own weight, just as you requested. We're ready to go.
Fight! All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Wow.
We knocked him over, but look, his socks are still on.
One massive right hook to the head, and the force is enough to knock Buster sideways, but not his socks.
That punch was incredible. I mean, the power, bang! And Buster actually did a somersault. However, did not knock his socks off. But Buster has one heck of a chin. Looks like he wants to go for another round.
And for the last round, the team have the most powerful punch yet, the body blow.
Now, our body blow machine is the most powerful one we have, and that clocked in at 52,000 newtons, or 15 times your average boxer.
That massive momentum will be delivered right into Buster's breadbasket.
With the uppercut and the right hook, you're hitting the head and relying on that amount of energy to move all the way down the body and flick the legs out. But with the straight punch, the body blow right to the midsection, that's acting more directly closer to where the socks are. And so if you look at in the middle, caving like that and potentially kicking those feet out.
Well, now it's all down to the power of the nitrogen cannon.
Going up to 500.
Grant charges it up, and then it's a countdown to chaos.
Okay, we're ready to fire.
This is Knock Your Socks Off, straightforward body blow. We have knit socks, leather legs, and Buster on his own weight, 180 pounds.
Fight. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! We knocked him out, but still, his socks remain on.
Although there was some encouraging sock movement, Even a punch 15 times that of a heavyweight boxer couldn't separate Buster's legs from his socks.
So, the myth that you can punch someone out of their socks is busted. The uppercut couldn't do it, the right hook couldn't do it, even the super body blow could not do it. They all failed, even using the socks that were the easiest to come off. But don't worry, we're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep trying. Ugh.
All right, look, we've tried everything, but even with superhuman strength and the best case scenario sock, you still can't knock someone's socks off with a punch.
No, but I think if we take this outside the boxing ring, we're gonna see some results.
Yeah, but last time we ramped this up, we used that frightening huge pendulum and we still got nowhere.
You know, that's another fan complaint. Here, listen. Your pendulum hit Buster at a lower speed than your punching rig, so this test was actually a ramp down rather than up.
Yeah, but it did weigh a lot more.
True, but you know what? To directly address that concern, why don't we increase both the mass and the speed?
Okay, how about this? Big steel girder, we weld it to a truck, we drive straight at Buster, and bam! Ouch.
For the final knockout round, they're heading to Alameda to definitively ramp this myth up once and for all.
Brian, thank you so much for bringing your truck out. Now tell me what this thing can do.
This truck is about 20,000 pounds plus loaded. It's turbo diesel, it can reach speeds of 80 miles an hour, and it's ready to take down Buster.
I think this is the right truck. So you guys felt like the pendulum wasn't good enough. Well, this is what I have for you. What I have here is a 600-pound steel beam that I'm about to weld to this 13,000-pound truck.
It's a simple build. One giant girder welded to one turbocharged truck.
All right, time to fight.
And voila, mass plus speed equals the behemoth of all battering rams. While further down the range, Grant sets up his laser quick release and Kari erects the structure for Buster's last stand.
Now I've built a nice little balanced structure so that Buster can hang, and then I'm painting the entire thing yellow, maybe a little bit of pink, so that you can see it from far, far away, because it's gonna be a really long run-up.
Once Kari's hangman harness is complete, it's time to guide that girder right into Buster's reinforced guts. And they're going to start at a bone-crunching 40 miles per hour.
We are about to hit Buster with 4,000 times the power as any boxer to see whether or not we can knock his socks off. I have a feeling we're gonna knock his legs off before his socks come off, but let's see what happens.
Remember, Buster is wearing the socks of least resistance on his human-like legs. He'll be standing on all 180 pounds of his own weight, and at impact, he'll be hit with 4,000 times the force of a heavyweight boxing punch. Will that be enough for the socks to fly?
All right, getting into position.
This is human-like surface with the socks of least resistance, Buster on his own weight.
Wait, go at 40 miles an hour.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, coming at you.
Brian guns the engine and charges towards our smash test dummy, steadily picking up speed
30 miles an hour.
until hurtling into Buster at 40 miles per hour. Whoops.
Oh, we swing and a miss.
That was quite literally a letdown.
We totally missed Buster. Let's bring the laser closer to the Buster.
Yeah.
Buster was like, nope, you ain't taking me out.
But Buster's not getting off that easy. The laser trigger is adjusted and he's hoisted back into position.
Rarely do you get things on the first try. Science takes a few tweaks to get right.
Indeed. And if at first you don't succeed, get back in that truck and try again.
All right, we are in position.
Go at 40 when you're ready.
30 miles an hour.
The truck speeds down the track at 40 miles per hour.
Come on, do it.
Triggers the quick release. Contact.
Ow! Didn't knock his socks off, but it knocked his hand off.
His hand flew off.
But his socks are still on. We nailed him.
The giant girder made contact, but it still wasn't a socks-off knock. However, there is good news.
They almost came out with the heel.
It almost lifted him out of his socks.
Well, you know what that means. We have to ramp it up.
Yeah, you know what? This will go 65 with all this weight. 65 miles an hour might be enough to knock his socks off.
Let's do it.
Do it. We're going to hit him at 65 miles an hour with this steel beam. And it's going to be not 2 or 3 times more powerful than a human boxer. It's going to be 10,000 times more powerful than that boxer. Surely, this has got to be the thing that knocks him out of his socks.
Shirley is right. If 10,000 times the force of a boxer can't knock the socks off Buster, then it can't be done.
I think we've really got a chance here.
We got all the elements.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Let's hit him at
65 miles an hour.
Here we go. This is the main event.
Let's see if we can knock Buster's socks off.
The truck takes its position, then it's pedal to the metal
50 miles an hour.
as it thunders down the track.
Hold on to your socks, Buster. 65 miles an hour.
Houston, we have liftoff.
We knocked his socks off. Dude! Oh my God! We knocked his socks off. I turned around, all I could see was like an explosion, and then I saw 2 socks floating down to the ground.
There you have it. One 30 million Newton knock, 1 de-socked Buster, and 3 ecstatic MythBusters. But one question remains.
My big question is, what came off first, the socks or the feet?
Oh, his whole face flipped out.
Look!
Yes!
The socks came off. Look at that.
That's
Click
great.
right on!
They didn't get dragged off.
No.
They got knocked off. After the first time I heard this boxing myth, I thought to myself, who knows, maybe it's possible. But after we first tested it, I thought there is no way you can knock somebody's socks off. Until now, after seeing what I just saw, where we hit Buster, knocked him out of his socks, it's possible. I mean, a boxer couldn't do it, but we could.
So after 20 some odd sock tests, multiple punches, does the phrase knock your socks off still hold true? Yes, as a matter of fact, you can knock someone's socks off. The caveat is that it's going to take 10,000 times what a boxer could do. So yes, you can use the phrase, but use it lightly.